Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have more Absolute Green Lantern. Let's go ahead and get into the issue. Now, right off the bat, what I want to say about this issue is that nothing too crazy happens. What I've noticed about the story structure, whether it's an Absolute series or an Ultimate series, whenever you're starting up a comic for the first time, I think you'll notice this if you go through any original run, at least within the modern day. The second issue always contains the least amount of stuff, most of the time. You know, in terms of twists, reveals, action, a lot of it is just fleshing things out, taking it easy. That's why I haven't done a video on Absolute Flash number 2 yet. Waiting for 3 to come out, and then we'll do a video on that together. And it's no different for this issue, so I really don't know why I'm dedicating a video to it, but whatever. So on page 1, this opens up in a similar way to what we saw with Hal Jordan, where whatever this is, this voice in the void is speaking to her the exact same way that it did Hal. And this voice says, "Joe, be without fear. You exist at the green level of light. You must have knowledge of yourself to command the flame. You must be without fear, entirely without fear." And suddenly we see Joe coming out of this daze in present day where she's asking, "What?" Kind of like holding her head and blinking, and Hal across the room is saying, "Joe, you look like him, like Abin Sur. What did he do to you?" And she continues holding her head, trying to remember what happened. "Your guess is as good as mine," she says. "I don't know how I got here, I just felt like something was pulling me. I think it was you. Hey, what happened to your hand?" And suddenly Hal looks down. "The black hand," he says, and with worry across his face, he warns her, "I need you not to get too close to me, Joe. Every time this thing thinks that I'm in danger or threatened, I can't hold it back. I've tried, but this thing, it's in my head, taking over me." And with this radiating green light still at its height surrounding Joe, she asks, "Is that what happened here? You felt threatened?" I swear to God," he says. "I tried so hard. I wanted to hold it back. It just doesn't listen to me. Willpower is not what makes this thing work. Hell, we don't know anything. Remember what happened to John? Or Guy?" And then you think back to the first issue, which, by the way, go watch that if you haven't already, and you're like, wait, Guy Gardner wasn't in the first issue. Well, we're getting an introduction for him now, in a flashback where we see Abin Sur actually on the ground talking to people while they're in this dome, specifically addressing the police that have responded to this, saying, "I am Abin Sur," and we can see the Green Lantern still floating in the sky. "I exist at the green level of light. Be without fear. Rita, make sure everyone gets back," Guy says. And we see that Absolute Guy Gardner in this universe is a sheriff in this small town. "And Roy," he says, "put your gun down." "Chief? Just for now. Don't ask me if that's Roy Harper, I don't know." And Guy calls out to him very bravely, "Abin Sur, my name is Guy Gardner. I'm sheriff in Evergreen. That makes me the authority here. The law." Abin Sur then stares for a minute and holds out his hand, using this green light. "I understand," he says. "Judgment will now commence." And Guy reaches for his holster. "Hey, put your hand down. Whatever you're doing, I need you to stop it right now. Judgment is in progress. Be without fear." "Say the word, Chief," Roy says, with both of them now having drawn their guns. And just then, Joe calls out from the background, "What the hell are you doing? This is a first contact, you idiot. It's got a spaceship up there, and you're pointing guns at it?" Just then, this other officer, Rita, starts arguing with Joe. "Hey, this is police business, Joe. You're not with us anymore. We need an architect, we'll let you know." "Oh, shut the hell up, Rita." And Guy looks back with a hopeful smile. "Joe, I'm sorry, I just need you to stay back on this one, okay? We don't know what this thing is capable of." "We can make a guess," she says. "You know, from the spaceship, like I said. How about the damn bubble over the town?" And John points up. "That force field overhead extends to the town limits. It's a dome. We saw a motorcycle crash directly into it. The rider did not make it. Not in one piece or any. That's what it's capable of," Joe says. "What we don't know is what it wants. What do you want, Guy? To escalate this?" We then jump back to present day again, where they're sitting in a booth in this destroyed diner, and Hal asks, "You see that crowd? I was watching Guy," Joe says, burying her face in her hand, just hoping that he would do the right thing. And then we jump back to see how Guy handled it, and he pauses for a moment before saying, "Guns down." "But sir," "Guns down, Roy. Let's start again, okay?" He holsters his weapon. "We don't understand, Abin Sur. We do not have understanding. So please, tell us what you want." And just then, Abin Sur absolutely obliterates Guy Gardner's entire existence, turning him into ash. All of our Central Lanterns look on in horror, and the other sheriffs start shooting, and obviously none of the bullets touch him. He then holds out his glowing hands and starts judging them too. "Be entirely without fear," he says. We see Rita take one more shot before he deflects it with a green construct, and it ricochets, going flying into some random civilian, killing him. Abin Sur looks on at her as she stands in horror of what she's just unintentionally done. He then swiftly cuts her head off. And Roy, last man standing, just starts blasting away. Obviously none of his shots hitting, but for some reason, Abin Sur only cuts his hand off, doesn't kill him. Roy then sits there kneeling, screaming out in pain, looking at his handless arm, before Joe and John start rushing in to help. "Oh my God, Johnny's gonna bleed out," Joe says. "We need to pressure the wound," he answers, starting to take off his shirt. And as they're rendering aid, Hal takes his gun and points it at Abin Sur, as if he's learned nothing of what's happened in literally the past 2 minutes. Like, what are you doing? And Abin Sur just stares at him, saying, Hal Jordan, judgment is in progress. John then gets in the way of the two of them, saying, finger off the trigger. Hal, lower the gun. You saw what just happened to everyone else who tried. Get out of the way, John. It'll kill you. Hal, John Stewart, Abin Sur says from behind, be without fear. And just like that, suddenly he transports away back to the Green Lantern overhead. And after it leaves, Joe's still applying pressure, saying, John, a little help. And he races over, saying, right, give me that gun when you're ready, Hal. And then, still leaving us with gaps in our knowledge, we're taken back to present day, where Joe asks, that's where you got the gun from, right? It was Rita's. You never did give it to John. And Hal suddenly holds out the black hand, holds it in a finger gun position, and then summons the actual gun, like he pulled it straight out of a void, a pocket dimension, a black hole. I guess I never got around to it, he says. This thing, Joe, it's like it wants the light. The green light? She asks. No, any light. It wants to absorb, supersede it. It wants to take over the light. And he starts bracing his head. It's very old. And she stares at him with worry. You're creeping me out, Hal. Can we lose the gun? I'm fighting it, Joe. Fighting it as hard as I can. Trying not to listen to it. I don't want to. And then we see something take over him. Something possesses him. And he says, but it keeps telling me that I was right. We then seemingly jump back in time after the Abin Sur event, where they're still in the dome, sitting in a diner. For what it's worth, I don't think you were wrong, Hal. One of them says, great, tell Roy that. He answers, hey, Joe says, there's nothing more we can do for Roy tonight, okay? And she touches his hand before he takes a drink, saying, sorry, it's fine, John answers. We're all feeling it. It's natural, thinking about what we could have done different. But like I said, Hal, maybe you weren't wrong. Whatever's happening here, whatever judgment is being placed upon us, the fact is, I don't think anybody's gonna come save us from it. We're stuck here, trapped. We're at his mercy. So if it comes to it, do we want to take Abin Sur out of the equation? And he holds up this little yellow ring right above his eye, and he says, because I think I know what can do it. So Hal is the Black Hand, Joe is the Green Lantern, and John Stewart is the Yellow Lantern. So is this gonna be like the Stewart Corps instead of the Sinestro Corps, or what is this gonna look like? Either way, such a cool idea. I love the way they're incorporating everything from the get-go. It's suddenly becoming very, very clear to me why they're using multiple Green Lanterns. It's because clearly they're not all supposed to be Green Lanterns. Al Ewing clearly sees the flaw in having so many human protectors of Sector 2814, and so he went into this series like, okay, how can we better repurpose all of these characters? So when you think about that, over time, I mean, Guy Gardner, maybe he's not dead, who knows? We don't know what this judgment is for. Maybe they're gonna pull like a Young Justice and like say he was transported somewhere or something like that. But like, maybe he's not dead. Maybe other characters like Jessica Cruz and all them will come into play later. That way you won't need like a Larfleeze or anything like that. You'll just have every single human Green Lantern character represent one of the cores from the regular DC universe. I don't know, this is shaping up to be really, really cool. I love the cosmic horror of it all. And if Guy Gardner really is dead for the rest of the series, it's gonna be sad, but I love the immediate consequences if he's for real dead, and if it actually sticks. That really drives the horror home, and frankly, it's the effect it should have. And you also gotta think, why did Roy only have his hand cut off, but the other two were killed? Either way, it looks like this event is what's going to drive them to take drastic action in whatever way that they will, and we'll start to get even more flashbacks showing how they tried to take out Abin Sur and how that ended in disaster for all of them. We still have yet to see John in the present day, so I'm not sure what that means, but hopefully we can get all these characters back together and see them all fully formed. I hope John doesn't become the villain. I really don't want to see that, but also it'd be kind of really cool if they did do that. So that's just me. I thought this issue was awesome. This was super, super great, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. That is the video. Thank you for watching.